it's Deb here with Creative Life. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for subscribing and being here with me today. Today we're going to start a really fun card, and it's one I did before, but I couldn't find the video for it, so I thought I would do another one. And we are going to be making some Mother's Day cards. They're going to be stair cards, okay, and we're going to be doing 2 of them using the card kit from Trace Jolie in this paper Vintage Tea Collection by Couture Creations. So this is from the card kit. We are going to be using some of the ephemera from this collection, okay, and then I'll probably bring in some other little things. I think I might bring in the Say It with Crystals. This is found in the card kit. I only have a few left. so we're going to be using that. And so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start our card, you're going to need 2 pieces that are 6 3/4 by 11, okay? And our one piece is actually going to be the inside of the card. And then the other piece is going to be the cover of our card. So for the cover of the card, let's just go ahead and we're going to score that at 5 1/2, okay? And that's going to be the cover of the card, all right? So you could just go ahead and you can fold that in, burnish it down, all right? And now you're done. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and score this one. Now, this one is our step card, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to score at 4, okay? And then basically that's it for right now, okay? So you're going to score that at 4, bring that over here, and you're going to need your ruler and a pencil. Okay, so to start off with, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my camera up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw little tick marks, okay? And your first tick mark is going to be at 5 1/2. Now, I know we're making tick marks on our card, but what you can do is erase them, you know, after you're done, or you can use this as your template, okay? And that's what I have here. I have a template that I made, and I just use this as my little cheat sheet. So, just so y'all know. And then you're going to go ahead and make another tick mark at 7, okay? So at 7. Then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your ruler, and at that 5 1/2 tick mark, you're going to put your ruler at the top here, okay, just at the top, okay, and I want to make sure that I'm even here, and okay, then I'm going to go ahead and draw a line 1 1/2 inches down. So 1 1/2 inches down, okay, you can draw a line. Next, you're going to go to the 7-inch mark, okay, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go ahead and place the edge of your ruler at the top of your paper where you made that little tick mark, and you're going to draw a line that is 1 1/2 inches down and stop. Now, you can make tick marks if you want to. To me, it's just easier to draw my line as I'm going, and then I don't have to go back and then remake the lines. So next, you're going to go ahead and you're going to bring your ruler over to both of those little tick marks, and you're just going to go ahead and draw a line. So basically, you're making a square, okay? Next, where our square is, and I'm going to go ahead and erase this, okay, because I need that space. So, okay, so the next thing we're going to do is where your 5 1/2 inch is on your ruler, you're going to line that up with the line that you made at your 5 1/2 inch mark up here, okay? Then what we're going to do is we are going to make a tick mark at 6 inches. Okay, and I'm just making sure that I'm straight. So I'm making a tick mark at 6 inches right here, okay, on that line. And see, my 6-inch mark is right there. Then you're going to go over and you're going to leave your ruler here, okay? So there's my 6-inch mark. And I'm going to go ahead and make another tick mark at 7.5, okay? So basically you're just going to connect this line that is down here with that 7.5. So you could draw that now. So now you have a line. Oh, mine is a little off. Let's see here. Sorry if you guys see me. I'm just trying to make sure I'm measured up good. Okay. Seven and a half. All right. There we go. And then you're going to go ahead and where that tick mark is at your 6, you're going to take your ruler, put it on the edge of that line that you drew, okay, and you're going to come down 1/2 inch. Alrighty, and I'm just making sure that I'm straight on here. Go, and I'm just going to go ahead and where my tick mark is, I'm going to go ahead down 1.5 inches. Okay, same thing where the 7.5 mark is. Where my 7.5 mark is, I'm going to go ahead, place my ruler up at that edge there, and I'm going to draw a line 1.5 inches down. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come over and connect those lines. Okay, now what we're going to do is where that 6-inch line is, you're going to grab your ruler, place it at that 6-inch line. All right, and this is why we're just going to do everything at once. So at that 6-inch line, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a line to 8 inches. Okay, then you're going to mark a little tick mark at the 6.5 inches. So tick mark at 6.5 inches and draw your line to the 8 inches. Make a little tick mark if you want to. Then you're going to go ahead, place your ruler up at that little tick mark at the 6.5 inches. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and draw a line down 1.5 inches. Okay, same thing on the other side, and basically you're just repeating the same steps that we did before, but you're making stairs. Okay, you're coming down 1.5 inches. There we go, and we're going to connect those. When we connect these, you're going to go ahead, place your ruler at this 6.5 inch line, okay, that we just drew. All right, and then what you're going to do is you are going to make a line all the way to the 8.5 inches. Okay, once you make your line at the 8.5 inches, you're going to place a little tick mark at the 7. Okay, so you have your tick mark at 7 and you drew a line to 8.5 inches. Make a little tick mark if you want to. You're going to go ahead and you're going to come down. To 1.5 inches. Here, same thing. You're just going to grab your ruler, put it at that line, come down to 1.5 inches. Okay, so here I wanted to let you know, if you did not cut your paper at 6 by 11 and you did 6 3/4 by 11, this is where you can go ahead and just cut off that bottom piece and make your card at 6. And this is where I was coming in with my trimmer, and I'm just cutting my cardstock at 6. And then you'll also have to cut the cover of the card at 6 as well. Okay, so that way it fits in there nicely. Okay, so for this next part, we're going to cut all horizontal lines out with our X-Acto knife. So you're just going to get, whatever you have, and you're just going to cut that bottom line, that horizontal line, all the way from the one square to the edge of that square, the other square. Okay, so now you have your stairs. Next, we're going to go ahead and you're going to grab your scoreboard and you're going to create the score lines on the lines that we drew. Now, if your stairs don't, or your lines, your vertical lines don't match up with the lines on your scoreboard, that's okay. Where you can go ahead and erase your lines and just kind of get as close as you can to them. Mine didn't match up all the way because, some measurements differ from other measurements on rulers and scoreboards and such. So just do the best you can. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and fold our stairs forwards. On your right hand side, you're going to go ahead and fold your card, the back of that card forward, like towards you. Okay, and then on the other side, you're going to create mountains. Okay, so but I was having problems with the first stair, and that's because I didn't score it or cut it all the way through. So I had to come back in and cut that. So that's why my stairs wasn't working right. So I had to come back in and cut it all the way through. So be sure you do that, okay? Now, if you want to cover that stair area, like the front of the stairs and then that back piece of the stairs, this right here, okay, you're going to go ahead and just make another one, and you're going to go ahead and just cut these out, okay? And these will be kind of like your template, and then you can go ahead and place these on top of your pattern paper and trace around them. And that's what I did, is I just cut that out, placed that on my pattern paper, and then traced around it. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. And it's super easy, and you can do it for the back piece as well. Okay, so to get this on your card front, you're going to place glue on the back of that flap, okay? Just that front flap, not on the stairs where the front of the stairs is and stuff. Because then it won't open correctly. So next you're going to go ahead and place glue on that back flap. And these are the two main flaps that, are on the right and the left side of your stairs. Okay, so now you have your card made and it's all ready to get decorated, and there you go. Okay, so to start off with, I went ahead and grabbed some foil cardstock that I had in my stash, and excuse the mess, I got some glue on top of it, so I will be rubbing that off. But I grabbed this beautiful lace piece from the collection, and I went ahead and fussy cut out those two lace pieces for the front of the card, and I just thought that they were so pretty. And I love fussy cutting, so it really doesn't matter to me about fussy cutting. But if you don't, you can add real lace. So the next thing I did is I grabbed some other foil cardstock, and I went ahead and traced out the templates of the stairs that we cut out. And be sure to know which direction you're cutting them at. So like if you want your pattern paper, for instance, you want a certain pattern that shows in the front, make sure that you place your little template on the cardstock correctly, so that way it's not backwards, okay? So just letting you know by my mistake. So see how I added, I went ahead and matched it up to my card to make sure that I had it the correct way. And so I went ahead and traced it out because I don't know about you, but I am notorious for cutting things out backwards. So then I have to do it again. So I just wanted to let you all know to be sure to cut it out the correct way so you don't have to waste paper and redo it. So just, making sure y'all are learning from my mistakes. So here I'm just using my trimmer to make sure the lines are straight, and then I come back in with my scissors and then cut the stairs piece out. And it's super easy this way. It doesn't take much time at all. So I just thought the trimmer would be a little easier. And then that fits right over there. Now I did have a slight difference, like I had some hangage, excess hanging over the edge, and I just trimmed it off. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and decorate the card, and I went ahead and placed some foil on the front, cut out this panel to layer up on top of there. Next, those two pieces that I cut out from the other cardstock that are kind of a scallop lace, I went ahead and placed those on top of the card as well. Now, I didn't place any foam tape on them. I just went ahead and adhered them down to the top edge of the card there, and I just thought that they were so pretty. I really like how they gave just a really nice vintage kind of shabby kind of look to the card. And I just thought it was so pretty. This cardstock is so beautiful. The pattern paper is just so pretty from Couture Creations. If you haven't checked out the card kit, please check it out. See about getting one of the card kits. If this one's not in stock anymore, check out some of the other ones. Now on the inside, I used a different color of the foil because actually these foil sheets are from Tonic, and they're so pretty, and so they are from past kits that I had from them, and so I went ahead and used them on this card. I thought they matched really well with the cardstock or the pattern paper that I was using. Now I did have some excess on this one, and as I said before, so I just went ahead and I cut off the excess on the back there. So you see me, I'm just cutting that off. So if you have any excess, just cut that off. It's not a big deal. Here, I went ahead and cut out the stairs cover for the front there, and I am going to go ahead and glue that down, and it fits perfectly. I think there's a little bit of overage, not too much. I did trim some away, but actually I really didn't need to. I thought it matched up pretty well, and so just adhering that down. Make sure you burnish down everything really well. And then I went ahead and cut out some of the pattern paper pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and stick those on here as well. So after I placed some glue on the back of that pattern paper, I went ahead and stuck that on there. And then you're going to go ahead and just continue. Now here I went ahead and stuck the foil on the stairs, and then I just matted I cut out some squares and stuck those on top of the foil, and I think it looked so pretty. And then I did go ahead and, as you've seen in the photo, I did go ahead and stick on some sticker alphabets, and I just put love you, and I spelled LUVU. The little alphabets that I used were actually from a previous kit from Trace Jolie. I'll have to look for that kit. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I will definitely link that down below if it's still available. Okay. So here again, I'm just using the pattern paper. I just love this, the cream with the cream paper with the little note music notes on it. It is so beautiful, and I really like, that's my favorite one. I think that one and another one, it's a green color, and we're going to be using that one in our next card. So here I just went ahead and grabbed some of the sentiments that were in the collection, and I went ahead and just stuck those down on some of the cardstock and cut those out and used those inside of the card. And they are Mother's Day, so it's nice to have some Mother's Day sentiments for sure. So next I just went ahead and placed that wishing you the best on your special day in the back of that card there, on the back flap. And then I had put the Mother's Day sentiment on the right hand flap, but then I actually took that off and ended up moving it to the front of the card. And you'll see here in a minute. So I went ahead and placed some of these Say It With crystals inside, and I just love how they looked. They're so pretty. They make a really nice accent for your cards, or whatever you want to do, tags, things like that. I just thought that they're so pretty and shiny and sparkly. So I really like them. Now I did not keep the circles there. I went ahead and just placed those back in my stash, and then here I grabbed some of the large flowers, and I'm going to decorate the front with those. So here is where I went ahead and grabbed that sentiment that I stuck on the inside of the card, and I put it on the outside of the card. And then I did go ahead and finish. I put some flowers, I think, on the inside of the card, where the Mother's Day sentiment was. I just felt that the sentiment for the Mother's Day would look better on the top rather than on the inside. And so anyway, I hope you guys are liking this. I hope you get to try it out. I know that there's tons of tutorials on how to make a step card, and I hope I explained this one easily for you and that you can follow it. All right, so now that we're all done with this card, we're going to get ready for our second stair card. To start off, go ahead and cut a piece of cardstock at 11 by 6 3/4. Score at 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5. We are going to go ahead and you're going to mark these score lines at 3, 4.5, 6, and 7.5. This will help you know which one we're going to be making tick marks on. Fold it at the 6-inch score line, okay? Then you're going to go ahead and grab your ruler, and you are going to place it at the bottom of that fold. Next, you're going to go ahead and you're going to make tick marks at the 1/2 inch, at the 1 3/4, at 2, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 4 3/4, 5, and 6 1/4. Okay, then you're going to fold it again at the 4.5 inch score line. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go ahead and you're going to make a tick mark at the 1/2 inch side, or at the 1/2 inch ruler. Okay, the 1 3/4 inch, the 2, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 4 3/4, 5, and 6 1/4. So you should have some tick marks that kind of line up, okay? Then you're going to take your ruler and you're going to go ahead and connect those dots, okay? Or connect the little tick marks that we just made, okay? So you're going to go ahead and draw a line to each of those tick marks that we just made, and all the way down. So you're just drawing a straight line from one tick mark to the other tick mark, all the way down your card. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut each one of those lines. So where you drew your lines that connect, you're going to cut right on that line, okay? And just right from that score up to that score line, okay? And then this is what's going to create our little stairs. So after you cut your lines, you're going to go ahead and unfold your card. The little tiny pieces are actually going to go to your back, okay? And then the larger square pieces or rectangle pieces are going to go forward. You're going to go ahead and fold those to the back and just score those, okay? Or flatten, burnish them down, the score lines, okay? And now your card is done. Okay, so here's where I cut out some side panels to go ahead and cover the left and right little flaps there. And then I went ahead and cut out one for the middle piece and then for the little stairs in the middle part. And in the middle part, I went ahead and I did place in some little foil letters that I had in my stash, and I just put love you, and then I used the Mother's Day sentiments again in the front with that green, beautiful green paper that is in the paper collection. Okay, so we finished both of these little step cards, and mine turned out a little bit chunky, but that's okay. So I figure, if they turn out a little bit chunky, you can put a belly band across them if you want to. So mine just turned out chunky because I have in some of these Say It With Crystals that come in the card kit. Here is the front of my card. And I used some of the ephemera, the flowers that are in the ephemera packet. We cut out the down here. These are, this is from the card that I fussy cut out, and back up the used foil paper for my background, and then went ahead and stuck this cute little Mother's Day sentiment on the top here. You open this up, and this is a step card, so it says love you, and I just used my own little words here that are in my stash, and then I went ahead and placed some stickles around the letters so they would be a little bit shiny. And then here we used Say It With Crystals here, and then over here, and I put some flowers right here and popped those up with some foam tape, and yeah, and then we put some flowers here up the stairs. So pretty. And it says wishing you the best on your special day. So pretty. So, and then I did cover the back. So it's so pretty. So there's that one. And then for this one is really neat because it folds out like this. So you've got double step card or double stairs right here, and it folds in just like this, right? And then it folds out. Then I used my glitter paper. I put the Mother's Day sentiment here. I went ahead and popped these two flowers up and used some of the leaves from the ephemera and packet. And then here I used one of the little charms that comes inside of the card kit, and those are so cute. So here's the charms right here. So you get these little charms that are super cute. Okay, and those are from Prima. And then here I put wishing you the best on your special day. I put that on there again. And then here I used some foil letters, and I actually used those. Those are from my stash. And so I thought that looked so pretty. So it stands up just like this. And then that's it, you guys. So I hope you get to try out both of these little stair cards. I think both of them turned out really pretty and so great for, you know, any type of occasion you've got coming up. Birthdays, you know, wedding anniversary, you know, graduation, anything that you have going on. So anyway, thank you guys again so much for joining me. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that bell for future notifications on all upcoming videos, tutorials, YouTube hops, and my Friday night lives at 4:30 Central Time.